they will
Okay.
do for Easter?
What we will do for Easter, of course, we will go to church,
Mm-hmm.
and as usual in any festival, as we have celebrations, we will have celebrations,
Mm-hmm.
meet our friends, relatives, and
Mm-hmm.
there is something special during the Easter. It's called as an Easter egg.
Egg?
Egg, Easter egg, yes.
Okay.
Right, sir.
I'm sorry,
We
Murli.
do have, church here. They'll, usually conduct a live music over there.
Okay.
When we when we go to the church, that's really a good memory.
Oh, okay. So you have been to church sometime.
I went for 2 times when I was doing my masters.
Okay. Okay. So what we will do is that we will do a productive waiting. That is, we will wait for some more people if they are planning to join,
Okay.
but we will also not waste our time. Meanwhile, do you have any questions, Manjusha and Murli, from the yesterday's session?
No, if we have questions, we would ask yesterday.
Okay. Murli, do you have any questions from yesterday's session?
Not exactly yesterday, sir. Before session also I have some questions, sir.
Okay, can you ask those questions? I'll try to make notes now.
Yes. When you go in interview, before sitting the HR in face to face,
Okay.
what kind of body language we maintain?
Okay, very good. That's a good question. Murli is asking what kind of body language we should be maintaining when we go for an interview. Okay. During the course of today's session itself, I will answer this question. Plus, we will be covering this topic once again in detail in one of our workshops, which is called as soft skills. In these 5 weeks of program, we have one workshop called as soft skills. We will be covering that point in detail. And a very, very important point, one of the important points, is that is definitely your dress, what you're wearing.
Okay.
Right. So I will discuss that in detail, Murli, as to what should be your dress, what should be your body language when you are attending the interview, when you're sitting in front of the HR.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will discuss that. Anything related to yesterday's class or the yesterday's session. Okay, fine. No
But in
problem.
last session,
Pastor, go ahead.
hello,
Yes, go ahead.
sir. Last session you have said regarding night shift, sir. HR asking you if you are comfortable in night shift.
Okay.
I am not exactly not comfortable.
Okay.
The requirement is there.
I'm sorry?
There is requirement. The HR wants some person to join night duty.
Okay. And he is asking you, you are not comfortable working in night shift.
Sorry, sir, I can't understand.
You are not able to work in night shift.
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. So your question, Murli, is you are not ready to work in the night shift. There is a requirement for the night shift, and the HR is asking you whether you want to work in the night, whether you are comfortable working in the night shift.
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. I was waiting for one of the questions to start today's session. You have already given me that thread. You have given me a point to pick up how to start today's session. Now, I will answer this question of yours and start today's workshop. Now, yesterday we were discussing about achieving professional goals. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I am remembering the question only. In just few seconds or a minute, I will answer your question. Okay. Now, just have a look at the screen. Okay. Now, yesterday we were talking about achieving our professional goals. Okay. Now, there was a big mix understanding what do you mean by achieving professional goals. Now, in this particular topic, let us focus on these aspects. Can everyone see that, which I have highlighted? The thing which I have highlighted. Can somebody read?
Sorry?
Yeah, you shall read those points.
Okay. Priority, time bound goals. First job, right job, next job.
Okay, now
Short term goals.
these are the type of professional goals, or I would just say goals. There are different types of goals which we have. Of course, the other day when I was saying and we were discussing, as I mentioned, there are always goals. We never say a goal. To once again refer to your question, Manjusha, you had asked, there will be only one goal. Of course, there would be one goal, but there are many goals to achieve that big goal. All right?
Yes.
So there are different types of goals in our life which we have to. Of course, this is getting a little technical, but relax. I will try to make it as natural as possible, as simple as possible. So the first type of goal, yes, Manjusha, can you read? These are the different types of goals which we should understand or we should realize. Yes, Manjusha, read it.
The first one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's priority, time bound goals. First job,
Okay.
right job, next job.
Okay.
And short term goals, vertical
Okay.
and horizontal goals.
Okay.
Long term goals, leadership. New goals,
Okay.
parallel, optional goals. Forced
Okay.
goals, new venture. Ego,
Okay.
desire, unplanned goals.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Now, people, please listen to this very carefully. Once you have understood this, you will be able to clearly make your plans. Okay. Now, let's try to understand the first part. Everyone is able to hear me?
Yes.
Agnes, are you able to hear me over there?
Yeah.
Okay, very
Can you
good.
hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, once once again, the first point, the priority. Yesterday we were talking about achieving professional goals, what all things are there, job satisfaction, financial satisfaction, vertical growth, horizontal growth, but there may be people who have not yet got a job, who have not yet joined any organization. They are absolutely fresh. Okay. So for them, that's the reason we call as a priority goal. The first priority to them, for them, is first get a job. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this we call it as a time-bound goal. It is to be achieved within a specific time. Right. Now, please listen to this very carefully. You may want to become a software engineer. You may want to become a teacher. You may want to become a doctor. You may want to become an actor, or whatever profession you talk about. Now, when you talk about achieving this time-bound goal, which is your priority goal, please remember one very important thing. No shortcut. There is no shortcut in achieving any of these goals, especially the first goal, the priority goal, the time-bound goal. There is no shortcut. Right. If in case we want to become a doctor and we say, fine, I may not have to prepare well, I may somehow become a doctor. Sorry, you would not. If you want to become an engineer, you have to prepare. If you want to become a doctor, you have to prepare. If you want to become a teacher, you have to prepare. Whatever you are planning, whatever goal you are focusing, you have to prepare. No shortcut. Is everyone with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that's what we call as in the priority or the time-bound goal. First job is one of the goals. Then, once we have achieved the first job, once we have got the first job, sometimes we find that we are not in the right organization. Sometimes we find that we are not in the right post. And sometimes we find that we are not with the right people. That's where I say the right job. If you see in this, we have got three categorization. The first job, the right job, and the next job. Everyone, please try to understand, when you are into a job mode, there is nothing called that I have to be fixed, I have to be working in the same job. There is no fixed rule. It's very good that you're working in the same organization for a long time. That's very good. But there is no fixed rule that you have to work in the same organization. You have to identify, are you satisfied with that job? Are you getting a good salary? Are you satisfied with the people with whom you're working? So that is what I mean by getting the right job, and then slowly being ambitious. When you're being ambitious, you look out for the next job. So now, once again, I come back to the first part of our thing, that is priority or time-bound goal, which is the first job. When I say first job, please ensure that you prepare well. Answering your question, Murli, when I look in for a job, and if I know that my conditions are such that I cannot work in the night shifts, so you got to do a proper filtering in your search process. You need to search a proper job. You need to search a proper opening. Now there is a very important point which I'm going to share with you all. I will be repeating this point again and again when I come to the remaining points over here. The short-term goals, the long-term goals, new goals, forced goals. I will be repeating this point again and again because this is very important, and most of the people get confused with this in achieving professional goals. Okay. Now, when I say that I want to prepare for my first job, and I am saying there is no shortcut, and I am also saying that I have to do a proper filtering process. Everyone is able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Please
Yes,
concentrate.
yes.
If you do not agree, ask questions. You can interrupt. You can stop me in between. But listen to this very carefully. When I am looking out for a first job, I am saying you have to prepare well. There is no shortcut. I am saying that you have to do a proper filtering of the search process. Now, a big question is that till when I have to do the filtering, till when I have to prepare? There is a big question. Many people think that they are not prepared. They are not prepared. They are not prepared. And they wait and they wait and they wait. There is a small confusion around this. There is a very small thin line over here. Make sure that you don't wait forever. Attempt is very important. Starting is very important. You may not find the right job opening immediately, but don't wait. Start attending interviews. People, please listen to this very carefully. Start attending interviews. Start talking to people. Start understanding the job requirements. Don't wait. Okay, once I am completely prepared with my technical knowledge, with my interview skills, with my communication, only then I will attend interviews. Only then I will start searching for jobs. Wrong. Please remember, start searching for jobs, start sending your resume, start reading what is happening in the industry, what is happening in the field where you want to get into, start attending interviews. And one more very important thing in this, you may not even hesitate, or you should not hesitate, even if that job is not directly related to your domain, just to explore yourself, just to gain some confidence, just to build your confidence level, just to feel how the interview happens, just to feel how the interviewer will ask you a question. Please start attending interviews. That's how you will achieve your professional goal. The first priority time-bound goal of getting the first job. People, please try to understand, as I told you before, getting a job is not a big issue. Getting the right job is the problem. So if you start attending interviews, if you start talking to people, if you start taking information, you will achieve the right professional goal, the first goal, which is time-bound goal, that is your first job. Is everybody agreeing to this? If there is any question, please ask. If there is any clarification, please ask before I go to the second point.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
I agree.
Yes. Go ahead, Murli.
Sir, if we going interviews in again and again and again,
Mm-hmm.
there is any chance to block our resume or our profile the recruiter?
No. You are not going for the interview again and again to the same company.
Yes, sir. Yes. Actually,
I am
nowadays what happening uh, if you want every company recruit one recruiter, private recruiter
okay.
something.
Yes.
They, they will call the right person, searching the monster or Naukri or something,
Yes.
and that person called directly to the candidate. They
Yes.
are asking, you are looking job changing, what is your expectation, salary, current salary,
Okay.
etc. Then he will forward our resume to the client.
Okay.
That's recruiter. Not only one company, the work
Yes.
having whatever he done.
Yes.
The recruiter will have some more companies. Means minimum 3 or 4 companies.
I got your point. Now, one thing is that first, a direct answer to this question, you don't have to worry. They will never block your resume or your candidature. They are there to earn money. They are into a business. They want all the people who have come to them, to their consultancy, they should get a job, because once you get a job, they get money. So remove that. They will not block your resume or they will not block your candidature. Point over here is that you make sure that when you attend one interview, second interview, if you do not achieve, if you do not crack the interview, do not get frustrated. It's absolutely fine. As I told you, many jobs are there. Second thing, please analyze what might have gone wrong, what is the reason that you did not get the offer letter. So please try to analyze so that you don't repeat those mistakes the next time. So once again, I'm saying not to stop yourself from attending interviews. Start attending interviews. And as I said, the consultants, through Monster, through Naukri or different job portals, that is one of the means of getting job. There are other ways also. There are so many openings which are advertised in different job portals or in the print media. Do not hesitate or do not stop yourself from trying to contact directly. Whatever is the means, whatever is required, please start attending interviews. Please start gathering information. That will help to achieve your first time bound, which is your priority goal to get the first job. So again, to get that first job is a big goal. Small goals you have to achieve. Those small goals are what? Small goals are start attending interviews. Keep a target. I will attend at least 2 or 3 interviews in a month. And as I mentioned, do not wait for the dream job interview to come. Try, test the water, touch and feel, enjoy. As I told you in the last session, do not go for an interview to get a job. Go for an interview to register yourself, understand what is happening. So that's how your first priority time-bound goal is to get a first job. And once you have gotten the first job, then you need to analyze, again, small goals, small analysis. Am I in the right job? Is the timing good for me? Is the salary right? Am I working with the right people? Can I do something more? So there you start going for the next time-bound priority of your goals, which is right job and the next job. Can you all see over here what I'm highlighting? So these are all time-bound goals. You cannot keep on jumping from jobs to jobs every time. There is a certain time frame within which you should do all these small experiments. Are you understanding why I've mentioned over there as priority and time-bound goals? Everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a very time-bound goal. You have to finish this, achieve this, and go ahead. Shall I go to the next point? Short-term goals.
Yeah.
Okay, people, I want you all to acknowledge. Please say yes, I would not know otherwise whether you are with me or not. Are you able to listen to me or not?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Very good. Now, here we come to our short-term goals. When we've already got a job, we have gotten a job, we are happy now, my time-bound goal is achieved. I have a job. Now, I need to understand in that particular job, as yesterday we were talking about, these are some of the things I am preparing your notes. I'm preparing the live curry for you all. Everyone with me?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the points here I've mentioned. Once I have got a job, once I'm into a job, now my short-term goal, I'm talking about the short-term goal. The short-term goal is to get a good salary or an increment in that particular job. In that particular job, I want to become a best employer of the year. In that particular job, I want to ensure that I am getting results of my work. Are you understanding all of you all?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Manjusha, Murali.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Once again, I'm repeating, once you have got a job, our short-term goal is to plan how can I get an increment in my salary, how can I become a very good employee of that particular organization, how can I make sure that I'm getting results out of my work. Now, once again, a very, very important point I would like to mention over here in our short-term goal is, the other day I gave you an example of the receptionist of the hotel. We need to understand what is the basic need of that job. Same way, if you want to achieve your short-term goal, people please follow this. If you want to achieve your short-term goal, if you want to have a vertical and horizontal growth, I will explain what is horizontal growth in a moment. Vertical growth you have understood, becoming an executive, from an executive to senior executive to a team leader and above. And I'm saying your short-term goal could be, one of them is that getting an increment on your salary. You may not immediately get a vertical growth, but you can get an increment in your salary. Now, whatever next is your short-term goal, if you have a job, please, please remember this. You will be acknowledged, you will be appreciated, your work will be identified only if you are performing your domain duties. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Everyone is understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me quickly elaborate on this. Let me quickly elaborate on this. Now, very, very simple. The example has already been discussed. Yesterday we said this girl who was the receptionist is having good communication, is having a smiling face, having a good telecommunication skill. Same way, if you are a software engineer, for example, you may be having many ideas in your mind. You may be having a good vision. You may be having a very good attendance. You may be a very good team player. You may be, everything is good, but the task which your organization has given you, the task which your manager has given you, if you are not able to complete it efficiently, all right, so that's what I'm saying, efficiency. Domain efficient. What do I mean by domain efficient? There is a task for which I have been hired. That task has to be covered in a given time with a proper quality and in a proper quantity. Let us try to understand in a very simple example. It is very easy to understand when we talk about a marketing job. In a marketing job, an executive is given a particular target. So if that executive is very smart, has a very good communication skill, he attends the office every day, is not absent, he is very friendly, he is very polite, he is very interactive with others. But if he does not achieve his target, all his good qualities will not be acknowledged. Is that understood to all of us? everyone is able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.